Hello and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen. Today I'm making a soap with my husband in mind. He loves spicy. He loves spicy food and all of that. So I found this fragrance from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's called Hot Pepper, and that's exactly what it smells like. I mean, it smells like, I don't know, jalapeno juice or habanero juice. It smells spicy. Yeah, I don't really know how else to describe it. I think my husband's gonna love this. So, kind of tickles me. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, if you like peppers, this is the fragrance for you. So for the coloring, I'm thinking hot peppers, and I've seen pictures, anywhere from the range of, really green to vibrant red. So I was pulling out some colors. I'm gonna do Trial by Fire from Nurture Soap. This is a beautiful red. Katie Carson has recommended it. I recommend it. If you need a good red color with no bleeding, here it is. This is a fabulous color. So Trial by Fire will be one of the colors. And then I wanted to bring in, when you have a pepper and it's starting to turn colors, it has shades on it. I'm going to add a little bit of this neutral gray mica from Nurture Soap to go along with there, just to add some interest in the body of the soap. And I thought they looked really pretty together. This fragrance it just kind of, I don't know what else to say. It really smells like hot peppers, for real. So anyway, if you like hot peppers, I'm going to do goat milk and oil today for this soap. So I figured, the milk will kind of calm. They say if you eat like a habanero or one of those, what are they, ghost peppers, those super hot peppers, to have some milk afterwards to sort of calm the heat in your mouth. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do goat milk in this. So that's what's going on today. I'm going to get everything pulled together, get my hair pulled back. I don't know why this makes me laugh. It just cracks me up for a soap. Let's come back and make some hot pepper soap. All right, it's additive time. And so here is my goat milk going into the oils that I have water discounted from the lye solution for that. And my kale and clay and colloidal oats. So after much deliberation, I've decided I'm going to try and do sort of a mock wood grain or stripy pour instead of a swirl on here, because, these are for my husband. I don't know, hot peppers just didn't sound swirly to me. It sounded more stripy. So I'm going to get the additives blended in here. I do have the fragrant oil is already in here, and then I will split it up. Let me just show you what I've got. Actually, let me blend this first, then I'll show you what I've got going on. Okay, so I've got all the additives blended and letting them sit there and absorb. I have all of my colors. Let me scoot this off to the side, make some room here. In my little Webstaurant pitchers, these are really wonderful polypropylene pitchers. I got them from Webstaurant.com. They have several different sizes. Anyway, I have the micas down in here with just a little bit of distilled water. So there's the gray, there's my Trial by Fire, gorgeous, and I have a little TD. So I'm going to split it up evenly between these three pots and then pour it back into the big pitcher, and we'll do sort of a faux wood grain stripy pour. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. The reviews on this fragrance said that it did not cause acceleration, so I went ahead and added it in here. Again, I'm living on the edge. I don't know this fragrance, so I wouldn't recommend you do that unless you have confidence. I love a challenge. If this goes fast on us, we'll deal with it. So, hey, why not? Living dangerously. So, all right, I've got everything blended up. Here is my lye solution, which has cane sugar, tussa silk fibers, and sodium lactate. That's what's going on in here. And this is a steep water discount to make room for that goat milk. And again, I just, after I read the reviews and everything, and because I'm going to split it evenly into the three pots, I just decided to put the fragrant oil in there. Now, y'all, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen that bite me a few times. So I'm not necessarily recommending that, but I like to do it sometimes. If I feel like I can get away with it, I'll try it. So anyway, again, it's one of those do as I say, not as I do. If you don't like a challenge, and if you're not sure, don't do that, please. So, all right, there we go. We're just going for emulsion, and we'll get it split up here. Hopefully we can get a nice kind of groovy looking faux wood grain pour. And I say faux wood grain because like the true wood grain pours, you have to like cut the bars at a different angle and everything. So this is sort of my quasi cheater method, if you will. Let's see what we get. We'll try it, you know. I'm always game for something new. Just going to try and get these split, you know, as evenly as I can here. And then we'll stick blend the colors in and get pouring back in the big bucket. right, it's the next day, and here it is. Oh, aren't those those colors are so cool together, and this smells, the scent retention is really amazing. But I am going to steam the top of this because it's a little dull, and I really want this to look shiny and vibrant. So here is my clothes steamer. I'm going to turn it on, let it get up to steaming capacity here, and I just like to hold this at an angle. And let's see if you can see it. Run this down, and you'll watch those colors will just start to pop. And so this, obviously the steamer will make the soap wet on top. So after I steam, I like to let it sit for, you know, an hour or so to dry to the touch before I come back in for cutting. But then it will keep this shiny top. And I don't have soda ash, but it just sort of makes the colors a little more vibrant. There, very quickly, but look how much brighter it looks and glossy, and I'm loving it. So all right, let's let this dry and we'll come back and cut it and see how that stripy pour came out. All right, it's been a couple of hours since I steamed this, and it just added a nice shine to it. I love that. It didn't have soda ash, but it was just dull and I wanted it to shine. So it is dry to the touch, even though it's shiny. I can't wait to get it out of here and see how that pour went. That was really fun to do. And let's just say this fragrance was a dream to work with. It was a very slow moving, it didn't accelerate, so I had plenty of time to pour into the bucket and then pour in here, because the whole process took a little while to get it all poured correctly. In fact, it was so fluid when I first started, I think some of it might be a little muddied up in there, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to get in here. Let's get this thing cut. It's time to get cutting these hot pepper. I'm thinking about calling them spicy. Can we just talk about that for a minute? Wow. Okay, so I think it's going to muddy up a little bit with the early, when I started pouring. This fragrance was a dream to work with. I had so much time to play and do everything. But yeah, I'm excited to get in here and see what kind of a pattern we've got going the other way. But I'm loving the side cut. It just tickles me. All right, let's see what we've got. Time of truth. And let me just say this, the fragrance is like spot on. I mean, it smells the same today as it did yesterday. Wow. Okay. That is kind of cool. Let's see. This is a side one, so not really a wood pour, but it's just kind of random and neat. I like the colors. Loving the top. Huh. So, you know, I'm not going to call that a wood grain pour anymore. It's just really fun though, because, you know, that side too. Maybe I'll try pouring it the other way next time, because that is really cool looking. This right here is awesome. Well, let's keep cutting and see what the middle one looks like. That'll be fun to see. All right, we're going to cut the middle section here. And again, that is so groovy. Next time I'm going to pour it this, you know, the opposite direction that I poured, just because I'm curious to see how that'll come out. But anyway, my husband walked down here this morning and he thinks these smell fantastic. So if you like garden peppers, then this is a good fragrance because the scent retention is amazing. All right, here we go. This is looking a little more wood grain-ish. So cool. Of course, the colors aren't wood color, but just that vibe. I didn't want swirls. I definitely wanted, you know, like stripes, and we got that. Loving the top.